Welcome to our kitchen safety video for Texas Tech's Chemical Engineering Process Safety Project.
Hi, I'm Crystal.
And I'm Miranda.
And I'm Alexis.
In order for us to demonstrate some hazards, we decided to collaborate some video game scenes for dramatic reenactments.
We're going to discuss some typical kitchen safety topics such as fires, sharps, product labeling, spills, and hygiene.
When preparing food, it's important to know your ingredients. Be sure every container has a clear label. For example, this is sugar, starch, and salt, but it's difficult to tell the difference because of unclear labeling. Also, any bucket or secondary container should be also labeled with what it contains.
Hygiene is vital when cooking. Any products that fall on the floor must immediately be disposed of and the area cleaned. Food that has touched the floor is not appropriate to serve, even if you abide by the 5-second rule. Knife accidents are one of the top contributors to kitchen accidents. You should always take extra caution when using a knife and only use them for their intended purposes. Should an incident occur, be sure to treat the wound and wear gloves before continuing. Hands should be washed thoroughly before preparing food. Should hands come into contact with your face and/or body, along with anything that could promote contamination, it's important to rewash your hands.
As you can see, this sim has poor hygiene and has stuck her finger in her ear then into the salad bowl. That is gross and unsanitary. What she should have done was wash her hands as seen here. When cooking, it is important to keep the areas around you free of hazards. Spills can create dangerous and unsanitary situations and should be cleaned up as soon as possible. Floors should be kept clean and clear of trip and fall hazards. Otherwise, someone could slip and fall in the mess. Use appropriate signage to notify others of spills.
Now, don't forget to focus on what you're doing. It may result in environmental hazards.
As you can see with this sim, she does not properly secure the lid, so when she goes to mix her drink, because she doesn't know how, everything spills. Ensure containers are properly sealed to avoid making a mess. Be sure to have a wet floor sign and a mop in case an accident occurs. If you don't know how to do something, be sure to find instructions first.
Broken glass should be cleaned up promptly and disposed of safely. Be careful not to cut yourself on the sharp objects. Remember, the kitchen is no place for horseplay and tricks as seen here.
In this cooking simulation, the dropped bottle is broken. Carefully, we picked up the broken glass and placed it into a bucket to safely transport the glass to our designated sharps bin. Sharps need their own containment, as it is important to not have any bags ripping or make anyone vulnerable to puncturing themselves. Be sure to clean any contents that were being contained in what was broken.
For outdoor cooking over an open flame, be sure to control the fire and have a method to extinguish flames nearby beforehand.
One of the most critical incidents in a kitchen is a fire. In order to prevent fires, be sure to check that ovens, stoves, and fryers are turned off when they are not in use. Should a fire occur, some key things to remember are: first, don't panic. Running away is not the appropriate immediate response. As you can see in this clip, some of the Sims decided to freak out. That is not an appropriate response. In the case of a fire, you should remain calm so that you can make logical safety decisions.
Remember, since many hazards could happen in a kitchen, be sure you know your safety routes and be sure to check your emergency exits in case a situation like this comes up.
Second, know how to properly respond. Don't spread a fire. Fanning fires can make them grow out of control. Grease fires cannot be put out with water. And be sure to remove the heat source to prevent secondary fires.
Know how to put it out. Use the fire extinguisher when appropriate. Then use flour or baking soda to extinguish grease fires. Third, if you don't know how to extinguish a fire, promptly call 911 and calmly evacuate the area with a pre-designated escape route. Now, next time you cook, keep these safety tips in mind. Labels will change the whole outcome of your meal. Hygiene will make sure no bacteria gets on the food causing illnesses. Managing the environment from spills will prevent injuries due to falls. Keeping an eye out for sharp objects such as broken glass will prevent cuts, and be aware of kitchen fires and how to handle the risks. After using this guide, now enjoy your meal.